Hi Virgo, this is going to be your career reading for March 2020. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Virgo. If it does resonate with you, wonderful, but if it does not, please feel free to check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign. And I'll leave a timestamp in the comment section below for when the reading actually begins. So let's jump into it. Please get a clear and concise message for Virgo, please. Clear and concise message for Virgo. What is the message for Virgo for the month of March? What does Virgo need to know to move towards their highest good in the month of March, please? What's going on in Virgo's career and their money for the month of March? What's going on for Virgo's career and in their money for the month of March, please? A clear and concise message for Virgo, please. Clear and concise message for Virgo, please. What is it that Virgo needs to know? Clear and concise message for Virgo's career in March. Clear and concise message, please, for Virgo's career. Okay. All right, Virgo, let's jump into your reading. I want to go ahead and start. Let's start with presently what's going on with you. And we've got the Five of Pentacles here. So the Five of Pentacles talks about struggle. It talks a little bit about taking a loss potentially for some of you, especially when it comes to investments. You could have taken a loss. There could be a sense of struggle in your current work environment, especially with the Eight of Pentacles coming up and how you presently view your career. It feels like you feel like you're working really hard, but you're not accomplishing much with the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, not only does it kind of talk about when you're struggling to achieve, right? But it also talks about setbacks, and it talks about you may feel like you failed at something, failed to achieve something, failed to move forward in something. You could have lost a job here or lost a promotion, something like that. There's some kind of, there could also be some confusion when it comes, like emotional confusion when it comes to money with this card here. I feel like for some of you, it's a strong feeling for me that you feel like you're just not getting ahead, if that makes sense. Because the way you're viewing this Five of Pentacles is, or you're working really hard for not a lot of money. Even if it's sufficient for you, it's not enough. Some of you could be feeling like you're just not quite getting ahead. Maybe paycheck to paycheck for some. Others, it's, you know, not paycheck to paycheck, but you don't feel like you are building anything substantial. And some of you feel like you're caught in a little bit of the rat race here. Some of you are confused and you're like, what am I working for with this Eight of Pentacles energy here? And the Five of Pentacles feels there's a sense of a lack of fulfillment with the Five of Pentacles. Things aren't either going your way or manifesting in the way that you want them to. You could be, if for those of you who are looking for a job, you're just not finding what you're looking for, but you feel like you're putting in the effort. I feel like some of you feel like you're really putting in the effort with the Eight of Pentacles, but it's not paying off yet with the Five of Pentacles energy. So let's talk a little bit about, because I can clearly see where kind of some of that energy could be coming from. Let's talk about what's constant first. For you, for the month of March, you got the Hangman energy. I feel like for some of you, this energy of not getting ahead is going to persist through this month. It's going to, because the Hangman talks about things that you lack control with the Hangman, right? You're going with the flow. You're almost at the will of the universe with the Hangman, and there's no action being taken for some of you yet. Some of you are really in you feel stuck where you are. Now, some of you, though, are going to be dealing with this energy in a completely different way than the other group of Virgos. Some of you are going to take this Hangman energy, which can sometimes indicate that you're starting to see things from a different perspective here. And some of you are going to be taking some steps to move in a drastically different perspective, because some of you don't like this feeling of being suspended, right? Like you're in suspended animation, like you're not moving forward. That's kind of the energy that you feel. And some of you are going to be taking some steps to really combat that energy. You can easily get stuck in a rut in March if you're not careful. If you're not careful, you can dig yourself into a deeper hole by using this Hangman energy. It's a little bit, can sometimes be a little bit of a victim mentality sometimes. So be careful of that. Don't fall into that. Don't fall into the I'm stuck here kind of energy. I don't know which way to go, so I'm just gonna stay here. Because I feel like the action that the tarot is saying that you should pursue for the month of March is the High Priestess. There's something that you should be using your intuition. There's something here that the High Priestess is wise. She makes sound decisions. She's got knowledge and wisdom and common sense. And she's able to manipulate her reality with her mind, the High Priestess. I feel like this is telling, she's also extremely secretive. I feel like it's calling on you, especially because I'm looking at other placements here for you. It's calling on you to secretly or covertly or internally start to move in a way where you are harnessing your own internal knowledge and wisdom to break this monotony in career and business for you. It's asking for you to break that monotony with the High Priestess and use the knowledge that you already intuitively have inside of yourself to break out of this Hangman energy, because I really feel like for a group of you Virgos, there's something you know you're supposed to do with the High Priestess that you're not doing. Maybe you just haven't had the energy to do it. Maybe you're pulled in so many different directions that you just haven't had the time or energy to focus on it. But it's calling on you with the Queen of Rods and the change that's needed position. The Queen of Rods is all about action. She gets it done. She pursues things that she's passionate about. I feel like the other thing is the Queen of Rods is very expressive. As an individual, she's charming. And so I feel like if you've gotten into this rut, I feel like it's time for you to, whatever it is that you know you need to be doing, your intuition is going to tell you what it is. It's something that you already know you should be doing. There's not a new answer that you need. Not for you. There's some people this month where they have new answers that they need to find. Your answers are already here for you. You already know what you should be doing. You already know how to break this energy of the Hangman, but what's going to have to change is you actually putting forth the action and effort to move in this direction that you know. There's something you know that you're supposed to be doing, but it feels like you're just in this rut. The Queen of Rods is great energy to break that, though. It's like superior energy to break that, because I feel like It's also saying too, the Queen of Rods is great at achieving, like she's task oriented. So I'm getting this energy that you should be implementing small goals for yourself. Whether it is to, if you're looking for another job, you want to make a career change, or if there's something that you want, a promotion, there's something else that you want to do career-wise, there's something else that you want to achieve. It's asking you to break those big goals down into small goals with the Queen of Rods, because she's very task-oriented and she can knock goals out systematically with this energy. It's asking you to break those things down. You intuitively know you should be doing this already. I feel like in the past, in the month of March, it's calling on you. It's going to be difficult because this is very stagnant energy, right? It's repetitive. It's habitual energy. And so it's asking you to break that up with the Queen of Rods. This is action. This is a more fiery energy, and it's asking for you to break up this monotony that you've kind of put yourself into, or that you've kind of been lulled into, and inject some new passion into something that you already know that you need to be doing. Now, your past challenge was the Moon. You've got a lot of major arcana here. This Moon card, I can read this a couple of different ways. I feel like these two cards are very secretive energies, so for them to come up together here, I feel like in the past, I really feel like there's something that either that you wanted to do, but it didn't go well. There could have been either maybe someone that you wanted to work with, a business that you wanted to jump into, and it didn't work out well. You could have lost a lot. That could have put you in this Five of Pentacles energy. For some of you, you got involved in a partnership or a business or an endeavor that you ended up losing some money in with the Five of Pentacles, and you're working your way out of that with the Eight of Pentacles energy. For others of you though, for the Moon card, I feel like sometimes this can be a little bit like bad influences at times. Like sometimes it's the energy of being taken advantage of. So some of you in the past have been either taken advantage of. This is a card of deception. So there's a possibility you could have taken advantage of someone. Of course, there's always that possibility with this card being here. And in that case, that's something that you'll need to address and remedy, change that within yourself to move forward. But for others of you, you've been taken advantage of. It's put you in a difficult financial position now that you're trying to work your way out of. And it's difficult. It's like, it's drudgery, you know, it's difficult energy to break up. But it's asking on you to do whatever you can to do that. I feel like what's so interesting though, is that despite all this, right, at the end of the day, your outcome card is other major arcana, right? Another major arcana to kind of battle this Hangman Moon energy, this heavier energy. And that's the Emperor card. That's your outcome card for the month of March. And I feel like you, at the end of this month, I feel like you're going to drudge through this month. It's going to be a little bit of an emotional battle, a financial battle for you this month. But you're going to have to inject some energy here. And when you do, what's so interesting is fighting through this hardship or just difficulty or disappointment energy, and just, you know, working through it, fighting through it, tapping into your own internal compass here. You're going to come out with the Emperor card. The Emperor card is, it's like my card of like sublime confidence, right? This is a confidence that you don't have to fake. I feel like you're going to work through some difficult situations this month, and you're going to come out, and I feel like you should acknowledge how far you've come, the steps that you've taken when you plan these things out, the steps that you've taken and how you've moved forward. I think you're going to come out with a new sense of confidence, a new sense of control, and it's going to show you have more control over your career and financial situation than you thought that you did. you're going to assume some power over your own career and financial situation that I can tell that you're going to bring into the month of April, and some things are going to begin to stabilize for you, because the Emperor card really stabilizes and controls and leads not only himself but all those around him. And I think you're going to be putting yourself in a position where you're going to begin to have confidence that you can lead yourself through these kind of issues in the future, but that you could also potentially lead others if there's an endeavor that you want to pursue to break up this monotony, especially if it's entrepreneurial. So I hope that was helpful and provided a little bit of clarity for you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.